I think if I'm going into my exit, the number one thing I've always said, I think virtual assistants are the number one reason. And I think today in 2025, if you have virtual assistants that save you time, can make you money, you combine that with artificial intelligence. So, Chris, thanks for coming on. I want you to, explain what you're doing, and then how can these guys leverage virtual assistants to save time, to make money, all this stuff we want.
Yeah, you guys, my name is Chris. I think I know a lot of you guys on the call anyway. I've been around the block a couple times in the masterminds, and been a bunch of different groups. I started my VA company about 4 years ago. You made a really good point about with the exit on it. So my former life, I did credit card processing for 19, 20 years. When I found a buyer, I exited in January. And when I found a buyer, I was able to get an extra 10x multiplier. It was 10 or 11x multiplier because I built out a team of virtual assistants. I hadn't talked to most of my clients in over a year. And so when they were calling in, they weren't asking for Chris anymore, right? Most of them didn't even know who I was, which was incredible. And that's where you want to be. But the quality of person that we're bringing, the guarantee, the onboarding, the ongoing trainings, all the things that we're bringing, with real life experience to our customers is something that really sets us apart. People really buy in a lot faster when you get a new toy, essentially, that all of a sudden is making you money instead of just sucking all the time out of you. He was a plumber. And so they were small tickets, and he just had a stack, right, sitting there, so much money owed to him. And so he got a VA, and within 3 months, she was on the phone calling and collecting. And I think she collected 30 or 40% of it. It cost him $12 an hour.
Chris, what do we have, like 12 now in the windshield business? That business is growing crazy. We have people answering the phone, dealing with subcontractors, scheduling, bookkeeping, invoicing, accounts receivable.
A thorough onboarding on our side that includes a 2-day inclusive training where we teach some stuff that we've used internally, but we also train around Dan Martell's buyback principles. So we found that for you guys who have read that book, Buy Back Your Time, it's an incredible resource. I don't care if they're watching Netflix during the day, as long as they're getting their stuff done. It really doesn't matter to me.
Think of, guys, how many employees you have that if you sent them over in the Philippines and you said, hey, you guys got to install this fence over here, but I'm not going to look at you. How many would do well? So the point of that is, that's how much I like the culture over there and the attitude to work. You don't have to watch them. Yeah, it's like your shiny new toy, and that keeps you very motivated. And it's very easy to take somebody who shows they can do this and then move them into other projects.
So I don't micromanage these guys, but I know where they're at every minute of the day, and they have very strict KPIs that they have to hit. But from hiring a company like mine, first and foremost, I am my own customer. And so in any of the businesses that I've been involved in, I'm not necessarily the easiest to work with when I'm buying from somebody, and I'm not difficult, I'm not a jerk, but I expect what I pay for. And the onboarding and communication needs to be there.
If you're already 2 months behind now, you're just going to get further behind. And you already said, like, you've had to put this on the back burner because it's just been rapid, like go, go, go. It's not going to get slower for you to catch up and be at a pace where you feel good about it.
You look at your return on time investment there too. I mean, you're getting a full-time person for what they would charge you for a month of bookkeeping.
Definitely getting back my time with, having this new project manager has been huge, because I was just at a point, kind of like I think it was Mike had just said. I mean, we're swamped, man. There's more work and more leads than we can keep up with, but I want to keep up with it.
There's really nothing glamorous about being in the trenches, guys. It's not fair to you or your family, your clients, any of your employees, whether current or future, any step along the way. I mean, unless you're a teenager that wants to learn how to do sales, then I'd say, yeah, get out there, go door to door and get your ass kicked for a year. But, when scaling any business, you should be looking to replace yourself as early as possible. Admin, CSR, marketing, sales is typically the order in which it's supposed to go. So it's just, you're running in mud if you want to get into the trenches, and there's really nothing glamorous or noble about that. So that's just my 2 cents on that.